everyone, and welcome to a math video on my channel. This is part of the Mega Favorite Numbers Challenge, where YouTubers talk about their favorite number that is over 1,000,000. So I've chosen a number that, as you can probably tell from the title, is much larger than that. This number is known as Graham's number, and it's so large you could never write it down in the observable universe, even with the smallest possible digits. And today in this video I'm going to be explaining what up arrow notation is, what Graham's number is, and how it's so big, and where it's used, although only briefly. Okay, so to start off I'm going to be explaining up arrow notation. To start, let's think about 3 up arrow 3. This is the same as 3 to the third power, which is 27. Pretty simple. Now for 3 double arrow 3, we're going to have to think back to how exponentiation works. Exponentiation is essentially repeated multiplication. So if we think about what 3 double arrow 3 could be, well, we can just think about repeated exponentiation. So 3 to the 3 to the 3. And this number is about 7 trillion. Okay, so next up is 3 triple arrow 3. This number can be thought of as exponentiation, as repeated multiplication, and as repeated exponentiation was double arrowing. This is repeated double arrowing, or 3 double arrow 3 double arrow 3. Now just to give some terms here, exponentiation is repeated multiplication, tetration is what we call repeated exponentiation, and pentation is what we call repeated tetration. So to continue this, we know that 3 tetra 3 is about 7 trillion, so we can substitute that in. And because tetration is repeated exponentiation, we can see that 3 pentate 3 is a power tower of exponents with 7 trillion 3s. To summarize, 1 arrow is exponentiation, or repeated multiplication. 2 arrows is tetration, or repeated exponentiation. 3 arrows is pentation, or repeated tetration. 4 arrows is repeated pentation, also known as hextation, and you can keep doing this, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this slide I'm going to be showing visually what Graham's number is. But we're going to first start off by thinking about what 4 arrows 3 is, or as I call it, hextation. This is 3 pentating 3 pentate 3, and if we remember what that was a power tower of length 7 trillion. So we have to imagine 3 pentating that massive tower from last slide, and that is known as G1. Now, Graham's number is not G1. Graham's number is actually G64. If we need to figure out how to get to G2 first. G2 is a number with a 3. Then following the 3 are G1 number of arrows, and then another 3. So keep in mind, G1 is massive. It's probably, there's no real good way to explain it in the real world. And that's the number of arrows we're putting in G2. And we can continue this for the function. The value of G2 defines the arrows in G3, which defines the arrows in G4, which defines the arrows in G5, so on and so forth until we get to Graham's number, which is G64. Graham's number is so large that it can't be written down, nor its digits, its digits. And this continues on for well over 1 trillion iterations of logs. And finally, where is Graham's number used? Well, it is the solution to a high-dimensional math problem. So it does have a use. Thanks for watching this video. This video is part of the Mega Favorite Numbers series. I released this pretty late, so you're probably not going to be able to get a video out for it. I'm still going to leave the instructions in the description, but if by the time you're watching this is past September the 2nd, you cannot add another video to the playlist. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next time.